Soundoption gibt es nicht. Mal, willkommen zu Another Fisherman's Tale. Gestern gekauft. Das Ganze. Den ersten Teil ja nicht gespielt. Aber wird mir ganz gut. Wird auf jeden Fall alles sehr sauber programmiert und liebevoll gestaltet.
Now you're mine, Bob! Cried Captain Kenred with a hideous laugh. Soon you will be in the clutches of the Kraken!
We'll see about that, said Bob.
Uncanny impression, Bob. You really nailed the hideous laugh.
Captain Kenred? Did you hear that? That is,
You tell her, Papa. They say you're a fine sailor, Bob. But I didn't know you were a storyteller.
My greatest story is yet to come, Kenred. The tale of how I escaped the bonne mère and bested a captain.
So there. I'd heard you were a wit as well. I see the stories were half right. I hope you're ready to work, Bob. You don't have to be in one piece to scrub grog pots. And if you work hard, we'll put you back together.
Curse you, Kenred.
You cannot keep me from my quest, Kenred. I shall find Libertalia.
Libertalia? Bob, no one ever gets to Libertalia.
Don't you know that?
Don't tell me that that's what you're all about.
The land of perfect freedom?
I searched for it too, Bob. There's no such place. Like I said, if you stay here and work, we'll put you back together. Look, I've got to go. I never let my men carouse without me. Bad form.
Well, yes, that would be bad form. A noble sentiment. Perhaps if we were not mortal adversaries, we could have been shipmates.
Right, sure. Libertalia. Ah.
Okay.
So, there I was, captive of a cruel, yet strangely compelling pirate captain.
So, how did you get out of the clutches?
This would be my greatest escape yet. I was sure I could get one hand free.
Ich kann jetzt meine Hand abfeuern und steuern.
I wouldn't get far without my sea legs.
Die Beine befreien. Ich steuere das jetzt mit so einer Kistensteuerung, wie so ein virtueller Joystick. Ähnlich. Was mache ich jetzt damit? Ich kann ihn greifen.
There you go.
Grifftaste. Die Grifftaste. Okay. Jetzt kann ich ihn hier steuern.
In a cage nearby, I could see the claw my old rival had given me. I had to unlock the cage.
Ja. Greifentaste. Und jetzt. Oh, hat ein Schloss zum Kopf. Ist so seltsam.
I was sure I would need that claw. Now things were coming together. My head had got me into this mess. Now my head would have to get me out.
Das ist witzig. Ach nee, ich muss beide Greiftasten nehmen.
I wouldn't do much good walking around like a headless chicken.
Warum nehme ich denn nicht meinen Kopf?
Yeah. No one takes a piece out of old Bob.
Yes, yes. Our hero was back in one piece. Now, to escape. They had put me in the hold. Like common cargo, I had to unlock the door.
Okay.
Ha! Sailor, storyteller, escapologist. Is there anything Bob can't do?
Weit oben Y und W.
Ugh. Is that a spare Bob head? Papa, your models are as unfinished as your story.
The secret passage ahead was locked, but this old head of mine still held a few secrets.
Meinen Kopf nicht werfen. Nee.
I always kept the skeleton key in my head.
Wie komme ich denn jetzt anders hin?
The door needed 2 keys.
kann ich die jetzt mal nicht abwerfen. Abgesehen, dass es mir wahrscheinlich nichts bringen würde. Beide.
All your models always had a little secret trapdoor somewhere, didn't they? No wonder you always escaped in your stories.
Shh, little shipmate. We're trying to escape, remember? Through the porthole, I spied my boat, Le Téméraire. The scurvy dogs had commandeered him. Nothing for it, I had to commandeer him back.
Ja, sieht ganz nett aus. Da will ich hin.
The ship was in some...
What did Captain Kenrid mean when she said she'd put you back together?
Well, perhaps Kenred was not quite as fearsome and cruel as a reputation. Formidable, to be sure. The engine room, what a beast. Getting to the other side would take every ounce of my cunning. Again, Bob must climb, ever upward. If only I still had the climbing hook. I saw a way to climb. If only I had a hook. Now we could make progress. So, I would need to repair another of the pirate's machine. The feared bonne mère was falling apart. The parts I needed would not be far away.
Ja, Mies, danke. Ohne Katze ist vorher doch ein bisschen angenehmer. Stand falsch.
find the pieces and fit them in. I found it. Courage, Bob. Keep moving forward. Could I get across the gap?
All these moving parts. Why did he build these models and tell these stories over and over? Is this why you like building models? Because you're always fixing machines.
Ah, yes. Again, I was fixing the pirate's ship for them. Looked like I needed several cogs. There would be spare cogs somewhere inside the ship's giant engine. There should be one last cog laying around. There must be a loose cog somewhere inside this big engine. I'm sure I could find spare cogs inside the engine. The engine. Was nearing the upper decks. The exit was right there, but closed, of course. At last, I reached the crew area. My escape was getting dangerous, but nothing would keep me from my quest for true freedom. Ah, the captain's cabin. Kenred said she, too, had searched for Libertalia. Perhaps there were clues. Legend said that to enter Libertalia, you must sacrifice a great treasure. If Kenred gave up on the quest, perhaps the treasure was still here.
Sieht aus wie ein Yoshi-Ei. Alles sehr schlicht. Sehr wenig Polygone, alles.
Chest had to contain Kenred's great treasure. I had to find the key, and quickly. Got it. An experienced treasure hunter, I made quick work of the search. Kenred's treasure, a mystical jeweled egg. This would get me into Libertalia. And, like the proverbial thief, treasure hunter in the night, I was gone. On the upper decks, state-of-the-art security. No surprise with the treasure I'd found. I'd need an extra pair of hands to access the control room. It was clear this ship had far too many spare hands on deck.
Seid ihr von der Kiste abgelegt haben?
Whether I outdoors the law-abiding lover, the first mate of the vessel, Captain Garrett, invited a door to can be identified by the
I would need a safe pair of hands. Kenred had told me about the cruise party. With all of them sleeping like stones, I could safely explore their quarters.
will nur gucken, ob das wirklich so ist, wie ich will. Was ist er denn? Gruselig. Maschinenraum. Okay. Der mit dem Appenfinger, wo ist der? Welcher war denn jetzt welcher? Hätte ich vielleicht nicht alle auf einen Haufen legen sollen.
I needed the right hands for the job.
Also, pass auf. Okay, er ist der mit der Warte. Mal gucken. Und der andere, das ist die Mann. Wo ist der denn? Ja, mal durch, ne? Looking
I
up,
remember
okay.
asking if you had any tattoos, Papa.
Your mother has forbidden me to answer that. There, on the deck, my ship, le Téméraire. Looks like they had already repaired him. Done a nice job, too. My ship was in dry dock. I had to use the crane to move it. The crane control box was locked. And pick up the crane. There, in the corner, a winch system which would free the Téméraire. If I could slide it over to it, I would have to move those big cargo containers out of the way first. I could slide the containers along the rails.
We always got there in the end, Papa. But why did you make such complicated models?
Life is complicated, Nina. I can't just walk over. How do I get myself to the boat? Now, how do I reach the boat? I can't stay here alone. They won't carouse forever.
Ja, draußen ist noch das Ding. Ich weiß es nicht. Ich kann ja einfach rausgehen, das ist gut. Links, okay. Okay. Das ist cool. Ich stelle jetzt meine Hand, diese Hand steht da. Da ist der Haken.
Traveling in style.
Cool.
Le
Das ist
téméraire.
cool.
How I've missed you, Mimi. Escape was at hand, but then my heart stopped. Who should leap aboard Le Téméraire but...
Captain Kenred. Not so fast, Bob. You have something in mind.
Kenred, don't try to stop me. This treasure will grant me passage into Libertalia.
You're a fool, Bob, and you don't know what you're playing with. The Kraken's egg is a magical link that can't be broken. Give me the egg.
You are an egg. Ha!
You're an idiot. Bob, that is not some treasure. It's a responsibility. And frankly, you don't seem the responsible type.
I am Bob, you beguiling buccaneer, and I will be the one to reach Libertalia. Kenred! The Kraken's egg, it's split in half. And Kenred... You see, Nina, when you have met a worthy opponent, victory, she's not always so sweet.
The Kraken made? Not exactly Saturday morning cartoon stuff. No wonder Mum was always annoyed at your stories.
Nina, darling, are you there?
Hi, Mum. How are you feeling?
You must be nearly finished packing up your father's stuff. I'm so glad you're taking it on, darling. I just never could face it.
It's okay, Mum. I feel like I'm connecting with him. You know, I was so young.
Hello? I'm sorry. The nurse is here. Who is this?
You were telling me about Bob, Mum.
Vous avez dû faire un faux numéro. Bob? Non, désolé, personne ne te l'a dit. Bob est parti.
It's okay, Mum. I know. Bob isn't around anymore. God, she's just slipping away. Right, come on. Let's box some stuff up. Let's do the weird little room at the back. I can't put it off anymore. Oh, I remember this story, Papa. You converted a fish tank for underwater models so you could tell the story of the map to Libertalia. And when Mum made you take me for a bath, you finished the story with me in the tub, splashing around being the Kraken. We got water everywhere, and you got in trouble again.
Das da reintun?
The Téméraire is missing only one thing. It's Captain.
Okay, gucken wir noch kurz rein und dann...
Nearly at Libertalia at last, eh, Papa? A life of adventure and freedom. I mean, sign me up.
Wird insgesamt 3,5 Stunden dauern, laut How Long to Beat. Deswegen spare ich mir hier die Kapitel auf. Und das dritte machen wir nächstes Mal.
There I was, a few weeks older and wiser since my encounter with Captain Kenred. I had escaped with Alpha Loot to pay my way into Libertalia. Now, all I needed was to find it. I was aboard my beloved boat, the Téméraire, the wind at my back, and with only one more step to reach true freedom. Legend said that the map of Libertalia was lost aboard a Spanish galleon that sank at these very coordinates.
Okay, Papa. So, you were a diver too?
But of course, never much of a swimmer, I will admit. But I always had a talent for sinking.
Oh, das ist schön.
Ah, la mer. The galleon had sunk amid a maze of rocks and coral. And worse, explosive deep-sea mines. Impossible to reach. Also, they said, but I had a plan, and it would go perfectly this time around. You see, I had tried once already, in a small submarine of my own design, but there was a navigational miscalculation, and I was forced to float to safety. This time, I was determined.
Kann ich meinen Kopf da drauf packen? Okay, aber das wollte ich ja nächstes Mal machen. Das ist echt ein cooles Spiel. Sehr abgefahrene Ideen drin. Und trotzdem sind die Rätsel ziemlich logisch und plausibel. Ja, nee, logisch, nicht plausibel, logisch. Okay, dann winke ich nochmal. Ich schwimme mal hier hin. Winke hier. Tschüss.